Let's read this first story from the New York Post. Ladies and gentlemen, Putin demands unfriendly countries use rubles to buy Russian oil and gas. Russia was hit with crippling economic sanctions after it launched a massive military campaign against Ukraine a month ago. But efforts to isolate Russia economically are complicated by the fact that the European Union is dependent on Moscow for oil and natural gas that is used to heat homes during the winter. With the financial noose tightening and the European Union split on whether to sanction Russia's energy sector, Putin hit back with a clear message. If you want your gas, buy our currency. Russia will continue, of course, to supply natural gas in accordance with volumes and prices fixed in previously concluded contracts, Putin said in a televised meeting with top government ministers. Imagine being NATO and the EU and not seeing this coming. This is Joe Biden's efforts. I gotta blame Joe Biden for this one. I mean, this is his administration in the United States. Very much so the U.S. leads NATO. Vladimir Putin effectively getting off the petrodollar, requiring Europe to buy oil and gas in rubles. It's breaking the one thing the United States actually has control over, or what the one thing that we actually get value out of, and it's that we control our own currency, which we make everybody buy to buy oil. So this is going to be a global fracturing. A global parallel economy is emerging. Already we heard that Saudi Arabia was in discussions with China to start buying oil in yuan. Threats of World War III, chaos, prices going through the roof. How you guys doing?
I was say it's part of the plan, definitely. I mean, besides inflation and like the supply chain breaking up, and there's transgender swimmers beating out women, and we're having gay pride parades in children's schools, teaching them how to tuck their scrotum to their butthole, and children's medical hospitals. True story.
Big sidestep from Vladimir Putin and gas prices.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, besides all that, obviously, the best thing that I've heard all year is that our money might lose all of its value and it might actually be worthless. And I know this is on purpose because, I mean, if you think about destabilization of Venezuela, talk about the invasion of Libya, you even talk about a little bit what was going on in Syria and what happened in Iraq. When leaders try to take the oil trade off the US dollar, if they try to do anything, like the global currency or the African currency in Libya, I mean, you end up getting sodomized and murdered in your own country.
Saddamized.
Yeah, Saddamized. Hung. Yeah, I know. You get hung. You get let out. And so, I mean, if for the last 100 years, especially the last few decades, if somebody tried to do this, we basically just wiped them out. It makes me wonder if we're going to allow this to happen, specifically not just with the ruble, but also with Saudi Arabia and specifically the yuan in China. Is this part of Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum idea to sort of destabilize one empire and create a trifecta in this movement?
People give that guy way too much credit. I think he's a bad guy. I think
not him, but the World Economic Forum is an agreement among nations to kind of see us, like a lot of bureaucrats, specifically like in Washington, obviously don't see America as the greatest country in the world. We're like a country, and there's this movement towards a central currency.
Haven't you read about the liberal world order?
The liberal world order.
Yeah. You're not familiar.
Enlighten me.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, I'm like, so there's another world order that we need to be paying attention to.
Too many world orders.
No. You need to understand, when they're talking about the new world order, they're talking about the end of the liberal world order and the emergence of a new world order. So this is the Council on Foreign Relations website, certified by NewsGuard, 100 out of 100. What is the liberal world order? After World War II, the deadliest conflict in human history, countries sought to ensure the world would never again devolve into such horrific violence. World leaders created a series of international organizations and agreements to promote global cooperation on issues including security, trade, health, and monetary policy. The United States has championed this system known as the liberal world order for the past 75 years. During this time, the world has enjoyed unprecedented peace and prosperity. I would dispute that last sentence, but I wouldn't dispute everything else they're saying. The Council on Foreign Relations overtly says, after World War II, global cooperation from powerful world leaders creating international organizations sought to secure the planet, creating policies on security, trade, health, and monetary policy. When Joe Biden says that there's going to be a new world order, this is what the new world order means. When Bush said it, when H.W. Bush, when Clinton, when Hillary Clinton, when they all say this, what they're saying is the liberal world order will come to an end and there will be a new world order. What's that specifically called? I don't know.
This rhetoric is the exact same rhetoric that you read in the UN's Agenda 2030. I actually printed that out. I was reading through it. This is the exact same type of thing that they're trying to propose, right? This utopian-like society where everything's great and we have all of these organizations that are helping the world, pushing peace and prosperity. But in reality, we see when put into practice what this actually looks like. Look at our streets right now. Look at Democrat-run cities, if you will. Look at liberal policy actually put into play. Our entire country is into decay. We're deteriorating from the inside. We have a president in office who is incapable of even forming a coherent sentence. A lot of people say that Joe Biden has, done a horrible job as president. Well, he's done a great job of one thing, destroying this country in record time.
Yeah, he did it really quickly, huh?
Yeah, it's
really
fast,
quick. Really
You got to give him
fast.
credit for that. I mean,
Yeah,
wow.
it's pretty good.
It
Record
feels
breaking.
like it was tipping, and then he stepped into the pilot seat just as it fell off the ledge. Although
like-
they did oversee the printing of like $7 or $8 trillion in the last year and a half,
You-
which is terrible policy.
A little bit problematic, I would
You
say.